And we're on to the mares now, where it's fair to say the person to my left should be able to give us a little bit of a steer. Benny de Dieu 5-4, Limini 8-1, Stormy Island 9-1, Roxana 11-1, Lady Buttons 18-1, and then of course Lorena and Apples Jade both 5 and 11-2 if you want to take a chance, but with no run, no bet. Apples Jade odds on and Lorena odds against you. We have to expect that both of those will be in the race that we've just spoken about before. So Benny de Dieu, let's start with.
Yeah, you would think that so long as the other two mares, Apples and Lorena, don't turn up here, that she looks to have an outstanding chance, and if that's the case, probably I'd say our best chance of the week. She won it last year. She's unbeaten for us. We'd love to be over fences with her, but she's so good over fences, but she does put an awful lot of pressure on herself behind in that regard, that you just can't keep her in training for very long after it. I remember last year Ruby came into the parade ring before the race and just said we made a mistake the year before when Vroom Vroom Mag and Limini took on Apples Jade either side of her. He said, no matter, you won't see me until the last hurdle, and no matter what side of the track Apples Jade is on, I'll be on the other. And that's literally what he carried out. I know Apples Jade had plenty of excuses at Cheltenham and Punchestown last year. We weren't 100% on the day at Cheltenham, and we were an awful lot better come Punchestown as well, and I think Paul again was coming wide of Apples Jade at Punchestown and got there about a year too soon. But look, she's a mare we think the world of. We just want to see more of her. She was due to run in the Relkeel at Cheltenham on New Year's Day, but I think in light of how Willie's ran over Christmas, he just decided, I'm not going to send her over to England for her first run of the season, when all of his clearly weren't 100%. And while not ideal from a spectator and indeed an ownership point of view, not to see a horse during the season, I have no concerns about Willie just gearing one up to go straight to Cheltenham, and if she wants to go on to Aintree then again and Punchestown after, that's absolutely fine. I wouldn't mind her running the Galway plate off of 147, I think it is, later in the season as well, as I think she'd take whacking. But yeah, she looks to have an outstanding chance, and she's in very, very good form at home. Limini really felt the Cesarewitch for quite a while after, and she wasn't really letting herself down in subsequent runs in the flat and indeed over hurdles. She ran a bit better in the Hatton's Grace, but Rachel gave her a lovely ride in the Galmoy hurdle the last day, and she probably appreciated the softer ground. So I can see her running well.
Ran a cracker last year as well.
Yeah, where'd she won last year?
Oh, that's right, 2 years ago. I'm talking about where they all jumped the last together.
Yeah. So she's not as good as she was. She's had her own physical issues, but I can see her. I'd be disappointed if she wasn't in the 4. Let's put it that way. And I'd just give a shout out to Joseph's horse Slow Motion, who didn't run too badly on her first run back over hurdles, I think, behind Lorena in that race. And I think coming back from fences, horses will always improve for a couple of runs over hurdles.
I'm just seeing there, Slow Motion 50-1 at the moment, best price with William Hill and Coral. Andy, how are you judging this one?
I never normally bet that mad bonkers on these mares races. They don't make too much of a betting appeal for me. It's a difficult one to back, isn't it, from a pro punter's point of view? Benny de Dieu, first time out. Obviously we know Willie Mullins is just a genius with these races. I think he's, out of the sort of 18 mares races there's been, he's won virtually all of them. But there's more than one way to skin a cat here, so I think there's a good bet without the favourite on the day, providing their bet similar to how they are now, and that's Roxana, Dan Skelton's horse. I know Dan's prepared her especially for the race. Got a good friend that has got horses with Dan, and he's been very sweet on her in the build up to the race. He's only given her the one run this season, kept her powder dry. If you watch that race back, I'll be on Down Vision to Flow. She was just literally having a score around over 2 miles. She was never going to beat champion hurdle horses, but she came there cruising to it looked dangerous and then blew up, and then obviously was looked after thereafter. That should have put a spot on. The time of that race worked out really well with the festival. And don't forget, she was good second over 3 miles to Santini last year in that Grade 1 at Aintree. So she's got Grade 1 form, she's no mug. She's a big danger to Benny de Dieu. I know Benny de Dieu's good, but is she that good? She deserves to be even money. Roxana 11s?
Yeah, Roxana best price 11s at the moment. We
10
spoke
times
to
the price?
we spoke to Harry Skelton a week or so ago, filming some camel racing with him, and we asked him for his bet to look out for. You can see the camel video on all Oddschecker channels, I should say. We asked Harry for a horse to follow, and he said Roxana pretty quickly.
Yeah.
So
her best form's in springtime, actually.
Exactly. That's another point. She hasn't run around Cheltenham, which is always something I look for, and that's any slight niggle. But ability-wise, she'd be miles better than the UK horses.
Yeah.
I think she's an insulting price still. Limini, I respect her. Agree with Joe that Galmoy hurdle race was a good one this year. I think DeRusso's won out of it since he was 5th. It's funny that because I think the 4 or 5 horses that raced wide that day took out the first 4 positions, so you needed to be wide on the track. But she ran on all the way to the line, and of course she's a Cheltenham Festival winner. So at 8 to 1, you could either Dutch those 2 each way. Limini. And Roxana, if you shop around, you back them
each way multi with Buvadero on the day.
You're going to get one in the frame, aren't you? You get the majority
yeah.
of money back. But I think the bet on the day would probably be Roxana each way without the favourite, because they'd probably be like 9 to 2, 5 to 1. I really like betting without the favourite. When there's a short one, you haven't got to worry about whether it wins or not. You've got basically you're saying you've got 4 places, Roxana. Better to do places. So I think that's a good option.
Tony?
In a race where not that many can win.
Yeah.
I think there's at the current prices. I think is the bet of the day in here, and that's Stormy Island 8 to 1. No one, no bet. If you listen to some people, Willie Mullins would rather run Lorena here, but in the same colours. I think Stormy Island, he's got a very, very strong challenger. If you look at her form, I mean, she's only been beaten 3 times in the last 5 starts. I mean, she's beaten a really good Yartic, good time Tara the other 2 occasions, but she's been beaten by Mr. Dino in Auteuil, Espardello over 2 miles at Limerick, and obviously she ran a really, really eye-catching race for me anyway, behind Lorena last time. I think she's very much underrated in this race. She's only £5 shy of the favourite on official Irish ratings. I think there's plenty more to come from her, and that run behind Lorena last time. I mean, I don't think she wasn't overly exerted there. I think they took a bit of a pull coming around the bend there as well. Lorena went past, but I love the way she stuck on there. I find it very, very hard to see her coming out the frame. We've already mentioned, you've got to respect the likes of Lorena, Roxana, but I don't think Stormy Island loses anything in comparison to them. An 8 non-one and no bet, I think you can get that with Bet Victor and
Bet365 and Unibet.
I think that's the call. I don't know for certain whether the horse is going to go there, but I'm led to believe that is the case. But I want the non-one and no bet safety net at 8 to 1 rather than the top price 9s that's out there. For me, at the current prices sitting here now, Stormy Island 8 non-one and no bet each way is probably the bet of the opening day.
Tuesday.